Hi guys, Dorothy Morgan here, Professional Astrologer. Thank you for finding me here. So while you're at it, make sure you hit subscribe. And my website, nhastrologer.com. I am a full-time professional astrologer, so any service that you can think of, I provide. I love teaching students one-on-one. So today we're going to talk about the week that begins with June 10th. There is a ton of information going on this week based around adjustments and finding security and many things in that department. So I'm going to fill you in just a second. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. All right, welcome back, guys. Thank you. So starting on Monday, the big news of the day, the moon in Virgo is very grounded, very earthy. We really are focusing in on the details, which is going to be handy, comes in handy, because the main aspect that I want to talk about is what the sun is doing today. Today, the sun makes a hard aspect to Saturn. It's called a quincunx. I'm born with this. I just happen to have the same thing going on this year that I have in my birth chart. Sun, quincunx, Saturn. What this creates, that sun in Gemini right now for all of us, is about being very social and lively and communicating and listening. But this hard aspect to Saturn in Capricorn is about finding that security. This quincunx creates uneasiness at times and a feeling of restlessness, because what we're trying to do is find and seek security. So throughout this whole week, Monday, the sun makes this quincunx to Saturn. On Thursday, it does the same thing to Pluto, since Pluto and Saturn are right next to each other. That means Monday through Thursday, so pretty much for the whole week, we are feeling a sense of a little bit of agitation, a little bit of restlessness, because we are trying to find and seek that security, which is sort of eluding us right now. So what do we do with this edgy feeling? What do we do with this uneasiness? Well, on Monday, while the moon's in Virgo, it's asking us to focus on the details, and that is what we should be doing. So moon in Virgo, sun, quincunx, Saturn, Monday, focus on the details as much as you can. If you get too hyper-focused, then that's a problem. So again, everything in moderation. That's what Monday is all about. The sun is also in an opposition to Jupiter on Monday, and this is Gemini-Sagittarius opposition. This is one of the best oppositions in the full zodiac. It's just such an easy energy. So there's just this awareness that we can be exposed to simultaneously while we're feeling a little agitated or a little uneasy. While we move into Tuesday and Wednesday, at these points, we still have the sun doing its connection to Saturn, Pluto. The moon energy on Tuesday and Wednesday is in the sign of Libra. So while we're focusing on details on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday has us looking for that equilibrium within the dynamic of what we're trying to accomplish. Looking for harmony, looking for balance. Some of us may seek that in others, because of the moon in Libra. And some of us may choose to go alone, to spend time by ourselves, to try and figure out what it is that we are processing. Because wherever this is in your chart, wherever Gemini is, where the sun is moving now, is that highlighted area. Again, Gemini is usually very lighthearted, very social, full of great information, loves to interact with others. But this hard aspect to Saturn and Pluto is kind of like a wet blanket right now. For some, not for everybody. So if you're feeling that restlessness and that need to find security, just know that's what it is. You can be aware of it. Sometimes we don't have to do anything about it. And sometimes we will choose to do something about it. So that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and a whole bunch of Thursday. But as well on Thursday, the 13th, the moon has now entered the sign of Scorpio just after midnight East Coast. And this is the day that the sun makes the quincunx to Pluto. The moon in Scorpio is asking us to take a deeper dive. Monday, details. Tuesday, Wednesday, finding equilibrium and balance. Thursday, Friday, moon in Scorpio, taking that deeper dive to understand what it is that we really want to know. How do we feel about what is coming to the surface? Thanks to the Sun quincunx Saturn Monday and Pluto Thursday. All right? That's what Thursday the 13th will be bringing up for us. Moving on to Friday the 14th, the big news for here is we're going to go and now we're going to focus on Mars in Cancer. We're going to focus on that for all day on Friday because Mars in Cancer, middle of the night, makes a beautiful trine aspect to Neptune and Pisces. This is about really getting into that emotional alignment with how we feel, with dream work, if you love to do dream work, and ways to advance your intuition and psychic abilities. Now, these are active things that you can do on Thursday night, especially if you're taking a class on Thursday night. And if that isn't of any interest to you, then you'll just sleep through this and maybe you'll have a dreamy night, right? You'll have lots of dreams to work with. Later in the middle of the day, this Mars in Cancer is opposite Saturn. Now, these two guys, when they're in opposition, in traditional astrology, they're both the malefics, so they can be a little troublesome if they come together, which they are. Mars in Cancer is overly emotional, or we're able to really act on our emotions. And when it's opposite Saturn in Capricorn, he's about what is solid, what is grounded, what is our security. So we may feel very emotional. We may have emotional reactions based on what we feel is secure or not secure in our lives. This is a whole week based around how secure we feel. And that security is different for everybody. What makes me feel secure could be very different than what makes you feel secure. So keep that in mind if you can. So that's the main thing that we have going on for Friday. Mars trining Neptune, so we can be in our head and all dreamy and really working on intuition and psychic abilities. And then this very earthy, grounded energy of Mars in Cancer. Emotions come to the surface, so we're able to really see where we're stable, where we're not stable, and even make changes if we need to. That's what Friday has to offer. Moving on to Saturday and Sunday, the moon in Sagittarius is very lighthearted. It helps us just to play, enjoy life, explore the world around us and new potentials and new possibilities. This is what I really want to focus on for the whole weekend. There's lots of details, but again, the overall picture for Saturday the 15th and Sunday the 16th really is about getting in alignment with what you want to learn now, how you want to play, enjoy life, all of those Sagittarius things. Sag is all about expanding our awareness and our knowledge. And considering the aspects we've had up till this point, this is a great opportunity just to allow lessons to come, see the lessons you've learned, and then go play and enjoy and have fun. Because you know, when we're playing and enjoying life, things will just come in. You know, like when you're searching for something and you keep searching for it, or you're trying to remember something, the best thing to do is just to stop seeking for something you can't find. And as soon as you stop and get your attention on something else, the answers and the information or the item shows up. This is how we can use Saturday and Sunday, by allowing just things to come to us and not be so pushy. Sunday, we also have another aspect, which is the square aspect between Jupiter and Neptune, both mutable energies. And this is beautiful for amplifying, once again, more intuition, trusting how the flow of your life is going, and really staying in alignment with that. I don't mind squares when they're mutable signs, because they just give us enough of a little bit of a push for us to really get moving forward in the things that are important to us. And again, that has a lot to do with intuition, psychic abilities, and trusting the flow that is going on in our lives. And that's what I'm going to leave you there. Appreciate you all. Thank you and blessings. Namaste.